The Mayo Clinic says it's developed a breakthrough AI tool that can detect pancreatic cancer up to 3 years before diagnosis. The AI model could find abnormalities on a patient's CT scans and identify signs of cancer before tumors became visible on a scan. This news could be massive since pancreatic cancer is incredibly deadly and difficult to detect early. About 80% of patients who are diagnosed with the disease after it has reached an advanced stage and begun to spread, resulting in it having a 5-year survival rate of less than 14%. It's estimated to kill nearly 53,000 Americans just this year. And joining us now to talk about this good news, Dr. Marty Makary, FDA Commissioner. Great to see you. So first, before we get into this great news about pancreatic cancer and AI detection, I want to ask you about this hit piece that was published in the Wall Street Journal. Just wanted to give you a chance to react to what was alleged against you.
Yeah, look, sometimes pharma doesn't like it when their drug trial doesn't give a positive result, so they dial up the pressure. This is the 9th article the Wall Street Journal opinion desk has run advocating for a drug that was not approved by the FDA. It was not approved in the past. It was not approved again. I don't work for pharma. I work for the American people. All
right, good to know. That's why you're here, to talk about what you're doing for the American people. Yeah. So we were surprised to see that it was published, but, you know, like you said, anonymous sourcing and all of that stuff. So tell us about this AI breakthrough and what's happening with pancreatic cancer detection. Of course, that's a cancer that's very difficult to detect. It's almost like a death sentence if you're told that you have it. So what are you doing at the FDA to push this forward?
Well, a lot of things. And first of all, this is amazing. This is an amazing time. I've been taking care of pancreas cancer patients for 22 years at Johns Hopkins. We do complex operations, radiation, all kinds of things. There's not really been a breakthrough. But just now, in the last few weeks, we got 3 amazing pieces of news. The new pancreas cancer drug, the one that Ben Sass is on, is increasing survival. We just gave the expanded access approval at the FDA in 2 days after getting the application. We also are giving it a national priority review to get a decision out in a month or 2 instead of a year. So that's how we roll. We're not wasting time. If you're a patient waiting, you don't want to waste. You don't want wasted time. We also got the results of a pancreas cancer vaccine that looked promising, and now this new study that shows that you can detect using AI pancreas cancer earlier, maybe years earlier. And we noticed in some patients with pancreas cancer, you go back and look at the old films and you'd be like, oh yeah, maybe that was an early change, but you'd never know it at the time.
So when is this technology going to be available to the broader public? I know the Mayo Clinic is spearheading this effort, but you know, of course, everybody wants access to something like this. Is this something that we're going to see in the marketplace at some time soon, or does it still need more testing and FDA approval?
Well, first of all, we have to get the FDA red tape out of the way. We're trying to provide clear guidance to companies where the FDA needs to regulate something to make sure the claims are accurate, and where we just need to get out of the way. So we're moving to a place where these AI software tools are going to read all films and say, yeah, you're here to look at an appendix, but we found something that's worth following on your pancreas. And so the researchers are saying a couple years, but with AI, you never know. It could be a matter of months, given the exponential
right. The technology moves very, very quickly. There's also some other good news about gene therapy. The FDA just approved a new gene therapy drug to restore hearing for people who were born deaf. That's absolutely incredible. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, it is incredible. I mean, just mind-boggling stuff. So this therapy has restored hearing to kids that were born deaf with congenital deafness. About roughly 5% of kids with congenital deafness have a gene mutation where they can't make a certain protein. Well, this new gene therapy device combination is a device that delivers the gene therapy right to the cochlea, and about 1/3 of the kids got normal hearing with some sort of hearing aid. It's a miracle. I met one of those kids. It got a priority voucher. Also, record speed approval. This FDA is not messing around. Record fastest approval of any gene therapy device combination in U.S. history.
Now, we've talked about this before, but for those who may be concerned about the rapid nature of approving these types of things, safety is still being completely followed at the FDA in terms of getting this out the door so people don't have to wait.
That's right. We're just not sleeping on decisions. We are convening people and making decisions. The reviewers can take more time if they need it, but we want decisions out as if you are the patient who could benefit.
Yeah.
You know, the fastest FDA approval was 42 days in U.S. history. It was during the HIV epidemic. Activists demanded a therapy because it was a terminal condition. We need the same level of urgency that we have with HIV to address cancer and deafness and diabetes and Alzheimer's. So we're moving at speeds we've never had before at the FDA.
Well, and it seems like the FDA is working with the private sector to make this go faster. I mean, the Mayo Clinic, of course, is on the, like I said, the front end of the pancreatic cancer AI and other AI to detect cancer. But are you working with private industry at a level that we haven't seen in government in order to get this moving quickly?
Yeah, we're partnering with companies. So we hear about new technology. We screen the articles published in the medical literature. Then we reach out to the companies when we see something that looks amazing. I ask my scientists at the FDA all the time, are you seeing anything in the pipeline that looks amazing? If so, let's call the company and let's issue a priority voucher if they feel that's appropriate. And let's partner with the industry, but yet keep our review impeccably independent. I think in this term of President Trump, you're going to see a powerful treatment for type 1 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and some types of cancer.
Look, being proactive in government, amazing. Dr. Marty Makary, great to see you.
Good to see you, Katie.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.